Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Inside the Big Dynasty League. I'm your host, Mike. With me, as always, is the Statman, Petey Cunningham, and the commish, Clyde Randall Waters. We're going to get ready to go right away this week, guys. I'm so excited. This was such a great week of fantasy. Let's go ahead and get right into last week's Mama Matchup of the Week.
Mama Matchup of the Week.
All right. Last week's Mama Matchup of the Week was the San Francisco 69ers, and yes, it's still a sex joke, versus the Skyline Chili Slingers. Statman, why don't you break this one down for me?
All I'm saying is somebody didn't wear the name proud this week. Skyline Chili Slingers, the 25-point loss against the 69ers. 69ers made that trade for Rob Gronkowski, came out, got 26 points. Melvin Gordon turned into a receiving beast in the red zone with catching all these touchdown passes. I don't understand it. 69ers, though, 97% efficient, scored 152. Chili Slingers is 93% efficient, scored 127. This was a whooping by the 69ers.
Commish, you got anything on this?
There were some stats I was going to throw up on the screen.
All right.
Is it up there?
Not yet. Let's throw up our summary of this week's Matchup of the Week.
Ah, there we go. That helps. Thank you. So, again, impressive win here by the Niners. They were led by three key players in this big victory with Melvin Gordon, Rob Gronkowski, as the Statman already said, big trade pickup there, and Cam Newton. All of them had like double touchdowns this week, big yards, put up a lot of points for the Niners.
All right. Yes, I as well watched this one, and it was crazy. I thought for a little bit the Chili Slingers were going to be able to pull off, but no. They let me down. Let's take a look at some other notable matchups this week. Let's see. Why don't we take a look at Los Pandas Desnudo versus Wet Stuff on Your Red Stuff. Statman, what happened here?
The commish, inspired by last week's show, came out, laid a whooping. This might be a record for combined points between kickers and defenses. 51 points for Los Pandas Desnudos between Ryan Suckup and the Houston Texans, who ironically were... No, never mind.
They play football.
It's so ironic.
They're in the same division. That's right. What I was thinking.
Yes, they are. They are. Anyways, so I was worried about this game. I mean, I had a little bit of a cushion going into Monday night. I had like a, 10, 12-point lead going into Monday night. And Wet Stuffing or Red Stuff had, two players, one player, I can't remember here. Who did they have?
They had Delaney Walker.
Oh, yeah, they had Delaney Walker going into Monday night. And I had the kicker, Ryan Suckup.
It all comes down to Monday night.
I don't usually get to watch Monday Night Football, but given the circumstances this week, and I had time Monday to do nothing, sitting at Applebee's, I watched part of this game, and I got to see Tennessee put up 3 field goals, and I was like, this is going to be a good night for me.
Applebee's, not a sponsor, and we're not even seeking sponsorship with them. The food's terrible.
But did you get the half-price appetizers? It's the only reason you go to Applebee's. It's for the deal.
I got the all-day breakfast burger, and it was actually pretty good.
Oh. The boneless ones are pretty good. Anyway.
It's so dark at Applebee's. I can't see anybody. And then the music's so loud I can't hear anybody. I might as well be sitting at a table by myself. Anyway. Alright. Let's take a look at one more matchup here real quick. Let's take a look at the Scarlet Pimps versus Mr. Clutch's fake football team. Commish, talk about this one for a minute. Exactly a minute. Go.
Well, this was a big win for the Scarlet Pimps. Laying a pimp slap down on Mr. Clutch's fake football team with a 129-106 victory. The Pimps have been a little rocky this season, but I felt like they hit a stride with this game. Carson Palmer and Leonard Fournette leading the way. The Minnesota Vikings defense backing them up. And Mr. Clutch's team was plagued by yet another tragic loss in football this week, with Aaron Rodgers going out for the season. Only putting up 0.72 points for Mr. Clutch's fake football team.
More like Mr. Crutch's fake football team. Yes.
Injuries.
Yes. Because of Aaron Rodgers.
Yes.
I can relate, though. Jameis went out on me. He at least put up 2 points before he left the game.
See, the rest of your team picked you up.
That's right.
Mr. Clutch, I saw some discussion in the BDL chat about the depth of Mr. Clutch's team. Doesn't bode well that Aaron Rodgers goes out and he only scores 106. Might be some credence there to the rankings last week in the comments from the 69ers.
Yeah. It definitely seems like Mr. Clutch's fake football team is a lot like the actual Green Bay Packers, who when Aaron Rodgers went out, no one was there to step up and pull off a win.
This is true.
Let's move on to our awards of the week. We're going to start this award with... What?
We need to make a graphic for awards of the week.
Yeah, we're working on it. We're slowly integrating graphics here.
Getting there with the high tech.
We got the Hershey Milk Dud of the week. This one goes out to the player that gets just a dud. Who is this one going to, Commish?
All right. This week's Milk Dud of the week goes out to Chris Hogan. Only getting 2.9 points this week, started by the Skyline Chili Slingers.
All right. Man, he was terrible. Next up, we got the Ram Pickup of the Week, brought to you by Ram. They make trucks, and then they sell them. Who is getting this one, Statman?
This one is going out to Will Fuller of the San Francisco 69ers. Spent $31 to pick them up. Bang for his buck this week with the 14.9 for Will Fuller, who's a touchdown machine there for the Texans.
That he is. Next up, we got the Whoopin' of the Week, brought to you by Get Off Me Fire Sale. Get off me! Get off me!
Fire sale.
The annual fire sale for Get Off Me's team has begun.
Is this the second or the third year?
This is the third annual.
I feel like it's earlier this year than it is normally.
It's kind of like Christmas. It's just kind of holiday creep.
Well, then again, last year didn't it start a week 2?
Yeah, maybe not. Anyway, apparently he thinks his team is terrible, he's awful, and he's willing to give anything away for anything.
I think he listed almost his entire team there.
Yeah.
Except for David Johnson.
So, brought to you by the Get Off Me Fire Sale. We got the Whoopin' of the Week. And this one is going out to who? Statman.
This one's going out to EBDBB&B.
What?
Gets a positive award. 50-point win over the Cincinnati Bourbon Barons this week. Ouch. This EBDBB&B team is looking pretty formidable. I think he had 4 players over 20 points. Jarek McKinnon is killing it for him with Dalvin Cook out. He's got Marvin Jones looking good. I don't know. This team's looking solid now. Shouldn't be too ashamed.
I feel like his team sees that Saquon is just waiting impatiently.
Yes.
And they feel like they got to, compete a little bit, try to keep their spots.
People are playing for their jobs
They
on
are.
his fantasy team. No doubt about it. They can feel the heat. Pressure's on.
Is it too late in the season, though?
Maybe.
I don't know. In that division that he's in,
Anyways.
there's some wins to be had.
Next up, we got the Resurrected Team of the Week, brought to you by Lazarus Department Stores. This one goes out to the team that came back from a horrible defeat to ring the bell of victory. And that one is going out to who this week, Kamish?
It goes out to the Cincinnati Bourbon Barons.
It can't go out to the Bourbon Barons because they lost. They can't win the Resurrection Team of the Week and lose.
I think
That's what the show notes say here.
this one goes out to EBDBB&B. I know they won last week, but they got the whooping. They just deserve this award. This team we thought was just done for this year.
Well,
back-to-back wins.
We don't have one listed. That's why there's all the confusion. Next up, we got the Poopery Poo Poo Team of the Week.
Oh.
And going out to who, Kamish?
That's just gone.
It's going out to me, the Cincinnati Bourbon Barons. I am terrible. Terrible at fantasy football. I stink.
I know, now you're making this show stink.
There's not enough poopery to wash over it. Next up in our last award this week, we got the Surprise Player of the Week, brought to you by Proactive. This one goes out to a breakout player for the week, and that one is going out to who, Statman?
This one is going out to the Commission's own Mark Ingram with 30 points. Adrian Peterson gone. Alvin Kamara, I don't think he really did too much this week, but Mark Ingram, 30 points against the Detroit Lions. Helping Los Angeles get that win.
Yes.
All right, well, congratulations, Mark Ingram. And let's go now live to Ben for his power rankings.
Hey there. Here for your power rankings. Let's get it going. We're going to start out as usual with the Saquon hopefuls, aka the EDBBBB and BBB, at number 9. That's right, we're starting at 9 because they've moved up 3 spots. Good for you, Brian. Keep up the good work, kiddo. Maybe you'll get to 6 wins this year. Let's go back to number 12, though, with wet stuff on your red stuff. First year in the league, huh? Think you got this whole Dynasty thing down. You don't. Up next, we got the Bourbon Barons. Spelled B-A-R-R-E-N because that team is barren of talent at the moment. Get it together. Number 10, we got the Unseen Academicals. Adrian Peterson might make this team better, and I don't think anyone would have guessed that this year. Good pickup. Let's see if it actually turns into points. Number 8, we got Get Off Mace Fire Sale. There's 8th quality talent on this team. Go for it if you want it. Number 7, we got the Chili Slingers. And number 6, Los Pandas Desnudos, barely making the playoffs in my rankings right now. Number 5, we got Mr. Clutch's fake football team. Oh, boo-hoo, I'm not happy with my rankings. That's what happens to Aaron Rodgers when you boo-hoo my rankings. Bad stuff. It's your fault. Your fault. Number 4, we got Scarlet Peeps. Hey, Sarah. Number 3, we got the Convicted Yamas. Number 2, Wayne Enterprises. Batman, you might want to put up that bat signal for Zeke Elliott because we don't know what's going to happen with him. And at number 1, we got the San Fran 69ers. That is a sex joke. Now, Kamish, I love some conspiracy theories, so throw Petey at me. Petey, would you prefer Moon's a hologram or Kaepernick blackballed? Take your pick and take a side.
I would say thank you, Ben, but you dropped me in the rankings this week. Although I will say it is deserved. Your team is kicking butt, killing it. That all-play winning percentage is number 1 in the league. Only comment I'm going to make is Unseen Academicals is almost averaging the fewest points in league history this year. They've scored over 100 1 week. I don't know. I don't know how they're not last. But anyway, that's just me.
Hey,
as for
honestly,
our topics,
the only reason he's not last is Adrian Peterson. And I know Adrian Peterson's like, 75 years old. I don't care. That dude balled out on Sunday. I'm not betting against him. I don't think Unseen Academicals has a chance to make the playoffs, but I don't think the bottom 5 teams have a chance to make the playoffs. I honestly think it's a run for like 5th and 6th place between 5 through 7. Everything else is decided at this point, and that's pretty sad. This league needs to pick it up.
I think that's very true. And yeah, if he would have played Adrian Peterson last week, he actually might have beat me. Scored 25. I don't know how Adrian Peterson does it. He's like the Jason Witten of running backs. Like, you just watch him, and he's just got that old man running back game. Somehow he's getting points. I don't understand.
Magic. AP Magic.
That's right. All right, as for Kaepernick getting blackballed, that's a hot topic. What was the other one? Moon is a hologram? I still can't get over the landing on the moon thing. I don't even want to touch that. Too hot for inside the BDL.
The flag didn't move. Or it did move. I can't remember. It's one or the other, and it says that we didn't land on the moon. But it's definitely one or the other. It's 50-50 on that.
100% that we landed. And it's also 100% that Colin Kaepernick is getting blackballed. Everybody says, well, if he was signed, he would be signed because teams care about winning. You know what teams like more than winning? Money. They like money. They know if they sign Colin Kaepernick, fans will be burning jerseys. They won't be going to the games. Bad PR. There's a reason he's not on a roster, and that is it. Ben, what do you think?
This country's divided right now. You know, it's like 50-50, and it's all hatred between the two. But I agree. They love money, and therefore they want to win games. If Kaepernick had an arm left, he would be in the league. Now, I will say, as a backup, maybe not worth the trouble. But now we have everyone kneeling, and there's a bunch of extra stuff going on besides the kneeling. I think it's a non-issue. I honestly believe that Kaepernick's arm is not there. If you looked at him from the last time he played, sure, his stat line looked great. But if you watch the tape, there was about 12 picks left on the field that should have been picked off. There's a reason cornerbacks aren't wide receivers, and it's because they can't catch the ball. They can run the routes, but they can't catch the ball. Torrey Smith, I recommend you switch to cornerback. That's my only thing I have to say on this.
All right, I throw out Tom Savage, Jay Cutler, Kevin Hogan, all CJ Beathard, however you say his last name. None of these guys are throwing bullets out there. I just feel like the arm talent has to be there, even if it wasn't what it used to be. But I don't know, agree to disagree.
That's where we'll stand. But you know what we will agree on? That Timmy owes me some wiener buns with cheese. That's 2 hot dogs, cheese, onion, mustard. I'll take 4 of them.
He needs to deliver that because you delivered the whooping on him.
All right. Thank you, Ben, for that. Yeah. I don't know if I agree with your power rankings or not, but they happened. Let's take a look at this week's Matchup of the Week. Wrong graphic. Let's take a look at this week's Matchup of the Week. We're going to have to fire our producer. All right. This week's Matchup of the Week is between Get Hoffman and the Cincinnati Bourbon Barons. Now get that graphic.
There we go.
All right, this is supposed to be less distracting for me. All right, Statman, why don't you break this down for me? Just talk about how I'm going to lose.
This is, yeah. Get Hoffman's got the fire sale going on. Bourbon Barons are looking a little rough. Get Hoffman at Stafford on bye this week. I don't know. I mean, Bourbon Barons, Coach Michael Berry said this week, we have to believe in ourselves. And that's 100% true. You won't win if you don't believe in yourself. And I get Hoffman he's trying to pull a Bill Belichick and really just pump up the Bourbon Barons and say there are no easy games in this league. I don't know what that means, but I like it Hoffman to get the win.
All right, Commish.
Well, I think this one's going to be a battle of epic proportions. So, team owner Mike Berry says about this game. But Get Hoffme is 2-4 all time against the Bourbon Barons. The Bourbon Barons are having one of their classic down seasons. I think Get Hoffme could pull an upset here.
All right, well, I'm taking myself. In an interview with myself, I said, we'll have to find a way to contain him. I don't know who I was talking about. But yeah, we got to find a way to do it. I am projected to win, and I always take myself. So I'm taking myself again. And this way, it's not a sweep. All right. Well,
You convinced me. I'll take the Bourbon Baron.
yeah! Statman?
I was thinking we'd get off.
Okay. All right. Well, now it's time for our 2-minute drill. We got Convicted Llamas versus Unseen Academicals. Statman.
Convicted llamas.
Commish.
Convicted Llamas.
All right. I'm taking the Llamas as well, and that makes this a sweep.
I mean, do you think Unseen Academicals will get over 100 points this week?
There's the question of the week. I don't know if we have one coming up, but that should be it.
I don't know, honestly. I was really hoping they would be more terrible than they were this week.
I'm going to say no. Deshaun Watson's not playing this week. It's on bye.
All right, next up we got Wayne Enterprises versus the EBDBB&B. Who are you taking, Commish?
I am taking Wayne Enterprises.
All right, Statman.
I have to go with Wayne Enterprises. I might lose this game. UBDBB&B's got it rolling, but I'm going with Wayne Enterprises.
I'm taking Wayne Enterprises as well, and that makes this one a sweep. Next up, we got Mr. Clutch's fake football team versus the San Francisco 69ers, and we are taking who, Statman?
69ers.
Commish.
The Niners.
I have listed here Mr. Clutch's fake football team. Don't let me down, Bryce.
Bold strategy, Cotton.
Mr. Crutches. Remember that. Mr. Crutches.
Mr. Crutch's fake football team. I believe in you. Somehow you will pull this off. Next up, we got Wet Stuff on Your Red Stuff versus the Skyline Chili Slingers. We got some brother-on-brother action, which sounds kind of weird. Sibling rivalry. Who is going to beat who?
That sounds better.
Is the big brother going to beat the little brother, or is the little brother going to beat the big brother? Statman, what do you think about this historic first matchup of these two brothers?
I'm going with my boy, the Chili Slingers.
Oh, man.
They're both my boys. That sounded bad. They're both my boys.
It's okay. We know you like Timmy better.
Well, I think Wet Stuff on Your Red Stuff put it all out there on the field last week trying to beat me. And doesn't have anything left for this week. So I'm going Chili Slingers.
Kyle, I love you. I really think you're a great person. But I got to go with Timmy on this one. I'm going Chili Slingers as well, and that makes this last one a sweep.
Second to last one.
Second to last one.
We missed a matchup again.
The Scarlet Pips versus Los Pandas Desnudo. Commish.
Well, I'm taking myself, obviously.
Statman?
I'll go with the Pimps.
I'm going with the Pandas.
Interesting fact about this matchup, isn't there?
There is an interesting fact.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to bring it up. But, yes, I believe Los Pandas Desnudos has never beaten the Pimps in their previous 5 matchups.
Never.
Trying to break that winless streak.
Trying. We'll see what happens.
Currently favored to win.
All right. I don't know how I keep skipping that matchup, but it's always that one.
It is.
Anyway, next up, let's go to the question of the week, brought to you by the Commissioner, Clyde Randall Waters.
All right. So last week, the commish threw out this question. Will Wayne Enterprises repeat as league champ? Well, surprisingly, not everyone voted this week, but we did have a good majority.
2 abstained.
2 abstained. But 9 of you said no. Wayne Enterprises will not repeat. And 1 of you said yes. Let's find out who the yes is. Aww. The yes vote was from the Chili Slingers.
Chili Slingers. So I'm taking them this week.
A little quid pro quo.
Had faith in me. I got faith in the Chili Slingers.
So, the question I'm throwing out there this week goes back to what we were just talking about. Will the Unseen Academicals score over 100 points in their matchup this week, week 7?
Please take the poll. Get your picks in. Set your lineups. Have fun, ladies and gentlemen. That is it for us. We will see you next week, and hopefully I won't make as many mistakes. Good night.